What's up, guys? It's me, Jordanthevoicesguy. You may be wondering, Jordan, where was the video last week? I have a few excuses. I was sick last weekend, so it was hard to make a video. But that's not the real reason. I actually made a video, or at least attempted to make a video. It was Halloween on Monday, and I thought, you know what? Let's make a Halloween song. So I tried to cover Monster Mash. The only problem was I didn't do the melody and beat first, which, big mistake. So I learned my lesson. So I'm going to do that next time I do a song because I made the melody and all the harmonizing stuff. And yeah, it was wrong of me. Let me actually start recording it here on the computer too, just so I can keep time. So yeah, now I just have a song that's not going to be finished, or it will be finished eventually, but it's just not going to be good. But you know what? That's life. You may be wondering, Jordan, why on earth are you not in your room as usual? Well, right now I'm in my living room because I have, for the first time ever, a guest on the podcast. Typically it's just me, but I said, you know what, let's prove that I actually know people. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you've been with this channel for a while now, you've probably met this person in videos such as the Jelly Bean Challenge or whatever it was called. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my sister, Morgan. All right, hey, Morgan. Big applause. Oh, that was some applause sound. Hey, everyone. It's Morgan. Hi, Morgan. How you doing?
Great, Jordan. I'm doing just great.
Now you're my sister. And you're
sure.
3 years older.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Yeah.
asking like I don't know.
Yeah.
3 years. Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely 3 years.
So you're almost done with college, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're almost out of here. Yeah, because these people probably know I'm a freshman in college. It's okay so far, but our experiences were different. You know, you stayed at home. I am a bit off in the distance.
Yeah.
I mean, what was the experience for you? What kind of wisdom can you give to the young viewers out there? Because a lot of these people are like 12, I think, right? Some of you guys are 12, right? I know, because some of you guys like.
I mean, that's still like not. I mean, that's middle school students, so that's not even high school yet.
But I mean, like, because I don't know. Some of them, like, I discovered when they were like 12, and it's been like 3 years. But in my head, they're still 12.
You discovered them?
Yeah. Well, no, because like some, like no, because like some people out there. I know there's like Stampy Cat. I know that's one of them. There's also Braden's Art. Some of you guys, we were like 10 or 12. When like I first like realized, these people watch my videos, but like in my head, you guys aren't aging. I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, if there's like a specific, maybe you could ask me some questions. I could give you more like specific.
I didn't plan anything.
Guided answers.
But I mean, like, how was the transition from high school to college for you? Because for me, so far, because I'm almost a quarter through, for me, it hasn't been so bad so far.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, like, obviously we had different experiences. Like, for me, I don't have a car here, and I live in the, like I explained in the second vlog, I have to bike to class because I'm off campus, technically.
Yeah.
So that was my experience. But I mean, like, my schedule's not so bad. What about you, though?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just taking the trolley, which is, it's, by the time I walk over, it's about a 10-minute walk, and then from there, it's not even 10 minutes, then there from the campus. So it doesn't take me that long to get to where I need to go. And then as far as the campus, even though there are a lot of people at SUSU, the campus itself isn't that big. It's not spread out like yours is. It's really condensed. So I could easily walk, from one side to the other and see pretty much all of the campus in like 20 minutes or less. If I really wanted to walk quickly, I could do it. So the transportation wasn't that big of a deal. Even the classes that I picked out for the most part, I mean, I think first semester I had some 8 a.m.s, but after that I haven't really had any early classes. And I think this semester my earliest class is 9:30.
Oh,
so.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, 8 it's fine if like that's the only option you have. Like for one class, it's like that was the only option was, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 in the morning. So it's like, yeah, you do it, you go to it. I think I was just frustrated by that one in particular because sometimes we'd go to the class and it would be 8:20. It's supposed to be 8 to like about 9:15, and it'd be like 8:20, and she's like, well, we're pretty much done. And it's like, did I really just get up at 8 in the morning to leave in like 20 minutes? It took me that much time it took me more time to get to the class than I spent in the classroom.
Yeah, that's one thing for me because like when I was picking my schedule near the end of the summer, I saw like, oh, this class is at 8 a.m. In my head, I'm like, oh, that's fine because in high school started at 7. So I'm like, oh, this is totally fine.
And then, I literally told you, I said, no, you're not going to want to take an 8 a.m. class. You're going to think it makes sense because every day for the past however many, 12 years, you've been going to class at 8 in the morning. But when you are not required by the law to go to your class at 8 in the morning, you're probably not going to go. Or you're going to have a very, very strong desire to stay in bed, and you're going to just be annoyed from the start of your day because you're somewhere you don't want to be. You know, you have to bike there. So it's like you're already biking early in the morning to be in a class that hopefully is going to last the full time. And then after that, I think I had something like a 2-hour gap in between. It's like, so my gaps weren't, because I wasn't on campus, it's like, well, it wouldn't have even been enough for me to go home. It's kind of like, I just have to find things to do there. So I have to really kind of, so if you have classes like that, when you have gaps, you kind of have to plan ahead knowing, okay, if I have this class not 2 hours later, what are the books that I need to bring? Or if this class in the morning gets out early, where am I going to go? Am I going to need food? So you kind of just have to plan this stuff a little bit before you kind of get there. Not that you have to plan every single thing and every meal and map everything out, but it'd be nice to know, okay, this is where my 2 classes are. This is maybe an area I'd want to hang out in the middle of versus being on the complete opposite of the campus and then having to rush all the way over. So it's just a little planning as far as what stuff am I going to bring? How am I going to get to campus? Is it going to be I'm going to drive there and hope I can find parking? Plenty of people I know when they try to find parking, they're driving around for an hour to find parking. It's like, that's not worth it to me. Even if I did have a car, it's like, that didn't seem to make much sense. Even if a bus would take longer, it's like, I'd rather do that than waste an hour and having to get, my class is at 2, I guess I need to leave at 11. It's like, I don't want to have to spend all that extra time when you're just stressing out trying to find a space and you could just be in class or studying or relaxing.
Yeah, my gaps are weird because I'm trying to figure, what can I do in this time? Because on Mondays I have an 8 a.m. to 9, and then I have a 4 p.m. class. So I've got, 8 hours? No, 7 hours in between. So it's like I can easily, come back home, or I can eat, 2 meals in between if I wanted. Because, actually I do, because I have to eat breakfast after my 8 a.m. class. And then I eat lunch before my 4 p.m. So I do eat 2 meals between. I can, go downtown. I can do all kinds of stuff in between.
Yeah, so maybe think, okay, maybe this day I'm going to go and do this. Or other times you go, hey, I know I have a test coming up, so I'm going to make sure that I'll bring some books with me. Because for you, it's like you don't want to have to bike back. And, you don't want to be biking back and forth unnecessarily. So, before you go, hey, if I'm going to study, I'm going to bring all this stuff with me to my first class. So that way I have it with me already, and I can just chill out for 2 hours where I am. And then maybe if you decide to go back, then that's fine, versus having to do a back and forth kind of thing. So I think it's just working out the breaks, or especially if you don't have time between your breaks, making sure you do have your stuff. Because sometimes it's like, if you only have an hour, or if you only have 40, I have one class where it's, not even 45 minutes. I have because it ends at 3:15, the next one's at 4. So it's like, that's not really a ton of time for me to get a lot of food if it's a busy time, and then to come back. And so, you kind of have to sometimes just know how much time you have and how much time it takes to do things, which, you may not even figure that out till the first week. So it's not a big deal. But I just think just getting some sort of a schedule set. If it's saying, hey, this is a class that already from the beginning is kind of difficult, go talk to the professor from the very beginning. Don't wait until you fail the first test to go, oops, I really wasn't doing well. It's like, worst case scenario is if you have a question and it may be an obvious question, they'll just go, hey, I've already gone over this 10 times. But for the most part, they're going to answer your question because that's what they're there for. It's different in the sense of high school. They're not going to ask you, oh, does anyone need help? Is anyone, if you don't go to them, they're not going to know and kind of don't care. Not, not in this negative.
Sorry to interrupt you. I feel they can probably hear what you're doing with your feet.
Oh, sorry.
Vibrations. No, just because it's vibrating. If you do this, it's going to be really loud.
Okay,
sorry about that, by the way.
Wow.
Well, we spent a lot of time on that one question. No, it's chill, though. If I look at the... Yeah, it's been... we can go over. It's fine.
Yeah, I don't want it to be, obnoxious or anything.
No, it's not obnoxious. I've never done, an interview on here before.
Yeah. That's all my advice is. Go office hours. Ask questions.
I've been office hours, once.
Yeah, you should...
it was to turn in an essay.
Yeah, if it's something that, if I had some classes, they'd say, oh, we don't always have... we'd write an essay or something. She'd go, okay, well, Friday, we won't have class, but we'll have optional office hours. It's like, it's not really optional. It's more like, if you go, you're going to get a little,
Yeah, you better go.
some brownie points. And literally there'd be at the class of 20 people, there'd be 3 people that would show up.
Yeah.
Or another time I went, me and one other person showed up. And it's like, you know what, I would just go, you know what, I'm over this. I would go there, talk to her for a couple minutes. I got an A in that class and didn't necessarily do the A's work, but just because I went in so many times and asked so many questions and put in effort, hey, you know, I could have ended up with a B+, but it's like, no, she gave me an A because I put in that extra effort just from going to those times that weren't required. Or, you know, I went to an office hour for another class and because I improved tests over time, you know, and because I did become better through the help, I ended up getting a better grading then versus like, oh, I go into office hours every day, but I still fail the test. It's like, you know, you really do have to put in that effort, I think. Because a lot of people never studied before they went to college. I never studied at all.
Wow.
I didn't study at all before. I just woke up and was like, oh, I have an English test today? Guess I'm going to do this. And I just do it.
Well, I think we're all learning something today, folks. Well, it looks like we're just about out of time. If we, I don't know.
I don't know. We could always do another one.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Let's redo it.
Redo? I don't know, redo it.
It's 10 minutes.
I'll do the second video.
Okay, yeah, well, no.
Because technically I am behind.
Okay.
Yeah, I do need to do a second one. So we're going to stop this video right here and come back for part 2. So stay tuned for part 2 if you want. And do you want to do the sign off? Do whatever you want. I used to do it, I don't know what it is. So just do whatever you want.
Peace out.
No, wait, no, you can't.